Good morning, everyone. Welcome to freedailycoaching.com. My name is Bert Bledsoe, and super excited to be with you this morning, getting up a last-minute deal here for you. And today is Tech Tip Tuesday, so good morning and welcome, and super fun day in store for us. What we're going to do today is actually go ahead and let me get on the chat. What we're going to do is go ahead and do some email stuff today. And we're going to work on email, and we're going to talk about how you can be using email to communicate with your list, whether you have a list or whether you're starting to build a list. So that's what we're going to be going over this morning. So good morning and welcome to each of you. Let's say hello and good morning to some friends that are here. Good morning, Phil and Patty. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Kevin and Pauline. It's great to see you guys here as well. Good morning, Debbie down in AZ, Pennsylvania. Judy, good morning and welcome. It's great to see each and every one of you. So as people are popping on, there's a few more of you that just popped on. Hello, good morning and welcome. This morning we're going to talk about email. So just the other day we actually had someone that asked specifically about email, about different lists, combining different lists. Are you using the same list? So there's a few different questions. I want to open up the Q&A, so I did that. So if you have questions as we go along here, feel free to put them in the questions and answers so that everyone can benefit from that question, because if you have the question, most likely other people are wondering the exact same thing. So very first off, let's talk about email. Are you emailing your contacts regularly? If you don't have an email list right now, then the idea is let's start to create one for you. Let's start to build that list. And the reason that we want to do that is because that's going to be an effective way to communicate with individuals that are interested in what you're doing. If you do it on a regular basis, you're consistent with it, and you give them good value, you'll have a responsive list. You'll have people that are actually opening your emails, they're clicking on your links, and they're checking out what you're doing because you've been providing value. So I suggest using some type of autoresponder. Now, there's a lot of different autoresponders out there. There's one that we're going to be using for the example this morning is GVO. And the reason that I'm using that autoresponder as an example is because you can actually get this autoresponder, this GVO autoresponder, absolutely free as part of the My Lead System Pro package. So at a university package or a mastery package with My Lead System Pro, you're actually getting an autoresponder as part of that. Up to 500 names, up to 500 subscribers, absolutely free. It's included. So what a great way to start out. In addition to that, they've already created a follow-up series of messages that's already set up. It's ready to go. You can upload the entire campaign right into your system. So there's pre-made messages. You can put some global fields in, which pre-fill in some of these pre-made emails with all of your links and all of your information. So with one or two quick steps, you can have everything completed. So that's why I use an autoresponder. I use it because it makes it easy to communicate to a lot of people all at one time. Now, one of the questions was, do you have separate lists for different, say, Facebook tabs or different campaigns? The answer is yes and no. So let me explain. Yes, I have different lists, but those different lists are broader groups of people. So if I have a My Lead System Pro campaign, a lot of those people are getting the same first 4 or 5 messages. So even if there is a separate physical list, like a different campaign list, I may be using those same first 5 messages to communicate with those people. It depends on the campaign. It depends on what you're communicating with people, and this is what I mean. Let's say you have a home-based business that sells soap, and let's say you're using the My Lead System Pro system to generate leads for your soap company. Well, you don't want to, if you're making capture pages for My Lead System Pro, right, if you're making it for the MLSP system, then you're going to direct people to that information. If the capture pages you're making are for the soap company, you're probably going to have a whole different list and a different series of emails going out to the people about soap because it's a totally different thing. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know over in the chat if it does. And I want to bring someone over, so raise your hand if you can come over this morning. And the reason is I want to do a screen share, and I want to make sure that everything is good to go on the screen share. So just raise your hand if you can pop over. You don't need a camera or anything. I just need to be able to hear your voice to be able to make sure that we can see the screen share. And away we will go. And we'll actually, I want to show you a few things and tips and tricks that you can actually do inside of your auto-response system. So give me a raised hand. Let me know if that all makes sense. Awesome, awesome. It makes sense. Great. Let me get a hand raise here so I can just pop someone over so that I can make sure that we're sharing my screen. And let me see. Someone give me a hand raise. Yes, it does. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I did open the question and answer, so if there's any questions and answers up to now, just let me know. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let me see. Try to bring one or two people, pop them over here and see if someone will make it over, and if they do, then awesome, so we can do a screen share. So what I'm going to do is I've actually got a window open, and it is for the login for the GVO auto response system, and this is the system that I mentioned before that's absolutely free. It comes with the My Lead System Pro University or Mastery package. So it's really a great way to start out. You have up to 500 people that can join your list and that you can be a part of. So awesome. Good morning, Debbie. Thanks for popping over. Appreciate that. Let me go do a oh, good morning. Robert made it too. Good. I wasn't sure if either of you guys were going to make it, so I popped both of you over. So just let me know if you can see my screen share when I go to do that.
Yep.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
And Debbie, just as a side note, thank you from my wife. I'm sure she'll probably message you privately, but I saw the mail, so I'm saying thank you for her too. So let me, my wife's birthday was just the other day, guys, so that's what we're talking about. So let me go over here and click the screen share, and if Debbie and Robert will just let me know that you can see what's going on, I'll grab this up. Awesome. Can you see that big GVO screen now?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So all we're going to do is log in, guys, to this GVO system. Now, you're not going to see a lot of activity on this for me personally, and the reason is because when I can't log, hold on, let me go back and see if this is it. Because I actually, when I started My Lead System Pro, they didn't have the free GVO, so I actually use Aweber. So let me go and see if I log in with the right one. Well, let me, I hadn't tried, so let me, hold on, let me come back over here really quick. Screen share, unscreen share. So let me just pull up, I'm just going to pull up mine, guys, Aweber. The interface is just a little bit different, like where you're going to click on broadcast or messages, but all the processes are exactly the same. And I really want to try to get logged in here. So let me just log in, and then I'll screen share again and make sure that you guys can see it. Okay, perfect.
This guy happy ending. That's all.
All right, tell me, can you guys see the Aweber screen now?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
I can't see it.
So the same in your GVO, if you log into your GVO, it's going to have tabs. They're going to be like little blue tabs instead of these big white tabs, and it's going to be a home, like a campaign tab, a messages tab, and you're going to be able to go to your follow-up series. In the MLSP GVO series, you have like 30 different messages. Just like here, you can see I've cut it down to 4 that are my follow-ups, that are my first 4 that people get, instead of 31 in a row. After that first 4, they're getting my broadcasts, the ones that I'm sending out. Well, what's the difference between these follow-up messages and a broadcast message? That's vital. This is what the difference is. When someone lands on a capture page or one of your websites, a lead page, where they enter their information and they become one of your email subscribers, they start immediately getting emails. In my case, they get this first one right away. The same for GVO. It'll show you that next to the email, you'll see a second column where it says 0. It's literally 0 days from when they enter it, they get it, so immediately. Then the next email, the number 2 email, you'll show 1 day, and then the next one it'll say 2 and 3, so on and so forth, because that's how many days after that original email they're sending it. So that's where a follow-up series comes in. It's automatically going to send out these emails for me. I don't have to do anything. It's already set up to do it. A broadcast message, if you go to the message tab, and it looks a little different in GVO, but if you go to the message tab and you look, it has a broadcast. So you can literally send out a broadcast. You can create the broadcast message. That's all you're going to do is you're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to click on the create a broadcast. It's going to look maybe a little different, but it's going to be the same concept. In GVO, there's a little camera usually up in the right-hand side. It says need help, and you can watch a video if you need any help. The first thing that you're always going to do in a broadcast message is enter your subject. Now, they have this ability in almost all autoresponders where you can personalize it. In GVO, it looks something like this: percentage, subscriber, first name, percentage, something like that, okay? What that is it's exactly the same as if I did this personalized in Aweber and did subscriber first name like that. See, it just puts it in as a graphic one here in Aweber, but it's the exact same thing. And what that's doing is it's filling in the subscriber's first name that they entered into your email form. Now, when I'm writing emails, whether they're my custom follow-ups that we already had set up or it's a broadcast message like this, I almost always take this out. And the reason is because how many people put funny, goofy, inappropriate names in the email? So if they put funny face as their name, then every time it says first name, you're sending them an email that says, "Hi, funny face." And so I don't want to do that. So I always take out those pre-fill global fields so that they're not included. Okay? That right there got my open rate to increase a little bit and my engagement increased because I was now, the messages looked more personalized, even though they didn't have the people's name in it. By using a common gesture, by using some regular words, just the words that I would use when I was speaking, I was able to increase that engagement because now I wasn't calling them by their goofy name or the silly name that they filled in. So now they felt like they were getting a real email from me, not just some autoresponder. So I'm going to come back over off of screen share now that I shared just that little tidbit. And let me come back over here. It looks like some questions have popped up. Did that make sense so far, what I just showed? Debbie, did that make sense to you?
Sure.
Yes, perfect sense. And I've also not used the personalization because a lot of ads that I run, I only collect the emails, so you don't have, and it will just say the little script there, and it looks weird.
Absolutely. What were you saying, Robert? Did you concur?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I had a question about, says Academy members don't get the GVO autoresponder. I don't believe so. I don't believe that when you're an Academy member you actually have access to that. So because of that, you want to come in at that university level. So what we will do next Tuesday is a second part of the email auto-response system. So what I'll do is I'll go make sure that I can log into my GVO so that I can show you some really cool things inside of that system as well. the interface is a little bit different. So I want to be able to show you in real time what you can do there. But let me go back really quick to the Aweber and show you something else that you can do that's really, really cool. So I'm canceling out of that message that I had, and let me go back to the screen share. Now, screen share, boom. All right, so in the GVO autoresponder, there's a bunch of all of these abilities right here to edit your message, send a test email, delete the email, or duplicate are available. Instead of having it underneath the subject line like it does in Aweber, it's over on the right-hand side, and it actually has like a little icon. So for edit, there's a little pencil, there's a little envelope drawn out to send a test message, there's like an X to delete it, there's a plus sign that you can add in a message, and then there's some arrows. You'll see an up or down arrow. Now in Aweber, you can see my logo right now, my cursor has turned into a plus, or like a plus with arrows. If I clicked my mouse button, I can actually grab this message and move them around in the order in which I want them to go. You can do the same exact thing in GVO by using the arrows over on the far right. And so that is another one of the features that I want to show you. Maybe once you've written the emails, and let me take it off screen share, maybe once you've started writing some of those emails, your follow-ups, and you've customized some of those, you might want to move them around, maybe because your message has changed. Maybe you want something to come before or after. It's really simple to do using those arrows, or if you're using Aweber, to be able to grab and just drag and drop them and put them right into place. So here's a few tips that we learned today. We learned that using an autoresponder really can be effective because we can start to communicate with massive amounts of people at one time. We will be going over in the next few days and over time how we can build a list. If you don't have a list, that we should be building a list. You can actually now, you can get an autoresponder absolutely free with a marketing system. How awesome is that? It's like a 2-for-1, and really it's way more than a 2-for-1. It's like a 27-for-1 if you count up all these things that you get if you try out the My Lead System Pro system. In addition to that, we saw how we could have custom campaigns already uploaded into the email accounts where there was messages that were going to be automatically distributed. Automatically. In addition to that, we were able to see that there's a feature where we can broadcast daily. We could just send out a message right now. That would be in addition to these automatic emails that are being sent out. We also were able to identify the fact that we could move the order in which we sent out the messages depending on how we wanted to communicate with our subscribers. And as well, we learned a little trick about maybe excluding some information, some of that customized, personalized information, because maybe it's not going to be as effective as we thought, and it really is going to come down to the types of subscribers that you're getting. If you're getting good names, good, valid people, people that are engaging with you, then absolutely that could be a great feature to use. If you're getting leads and you're getting a run of silly names and inappropriate things and things that we don't want to mention here on the webinar, then it might be an option to go ahead and take that personalization out of those messages. Next week, we will go over the same types of information, but we'll use the GVO system. In addition to using that system, what we'll go over is showing you how you can actually edit your emails, how you can start to customize them to represent what you want to say, so you can carry your message, so your voice can be heard to the subscribers that are coming to your list. Because ultimately, that's what's going to get you the best response. That's what's going to get people to engage with you the most, is if you're you, right? If you have all this crazy, like, this is the greatest, sham wow, super subs, awesomeness, boom, bang, bing, on your emails, after a few emails, they're going to stop reading. But if you are a genuine person, if you're really going out and talking to the people, they're going to be engaging. This afternoon, and I want everyone on the call to know this, when I send out my email this afternoon, we'll have a link not only to a blog post, and that blog post is going to have all 9 steps that we've talked about over the last 3 weeks on Mindset Monday. right? So imagine when you're sending out that kind of stuff, guys, stuff that you've been working on with people, stuff that is valuable that you can just give them that's free, and it's not just always like sell, sell, sell. Maybe it's, hey, come over and visit me. Hey, I'm going to be over here. Hey, come check this out. When it's more communication and less selling, you're going to get a much better response. So we'll go over some more of that editing next week. Thank you for joining us this morning at Free Daily Coaching. As always, I would love and encourage each and every one of you to invite people. Bring your friends, bring your team, share about the call so that other people can enjoy these tips and that you can become a resource. You can become that person that's plugging them into solutions. Congratulations to Kevin and Pauline. I know they're super busy with the kids. They've been doing some great promo, so I wanted to just give them a shout out and say, hey, you guys are doing awesome. Debbie, congratulations on new family members. I know that there was some, precarious times and some, times for family to kind of join together. And I want to thank everyone here on the call, right? Like, I want to thank all of you guys. Because I saw in the chat, you guys all know I get distracted. I saw in the chat, though, how much love and how much support we have as a group, right? Because I saw people encouraging Debbie. I saw it on her Facebook wall just like I saw it here. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for reaching out to each other and becoming a network. That's what it's all about. And that's what makes this so powerful, guys. It makes it so powerful that each and every one of you is doing something. When you guys go out and do, other people see it, and you never know who's watching. You just don't know. And there's a lot of people, and they're watching you, and they're waiting for you to keep on being that example, because one day they're going to be ready, and when they are, you need to be doing the things that you've been doing so that you can be that example and that you can be that resource for them. Thank you guys for coming today at Free Daily Coaching. We'll send out the 9 mindset tips to overcome challenges this afternoon. And I hope this week's email, Tech Tip Tuesdays, Autoresponder Solutions, was of benefit to you. Go out and have an awesome day. As always, if you need anything, call me, text me, Facebook message me. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Debbie and Robert, for joining over today and making sure that we were screen sharing. You guys go out and have an awesome, awesome day.
Thank you.